All right, here we go, brothers and sisters. Um, Very interesting morning. And there's two verses that I've been chewing on. And again, remember, this is word vomit for me first thing in the morning, so my thoughts aren't, collected, and you're hearing it as it comes out of my mouth too. So I too am in shock with the things I say at times. So this morning we are in Proverbs 29, and the two verses that stood out to me, Solomon wrote, verse 23 and 25 and 26. 25 says, "The fear of man brings a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord shall be safe." The fear of man brings a snare. So what does fear bring? It's a trap. The fear of what? Not the fear of God. The fear of man is a trap. Being intimidated by others. Being intimidated by others' presence. When we walk in fear, we walk in emotions. Now, emotions are a great gift from God. So are feelings. But they are a horrible, horrible master. Emotions are indicators, not instigators. They tell you something is wrong, not what to do. Those who are led by emotions are already led in fear. And those who live in fear are not walking in faith. Those who live in fear are not walking in love, because there's no fear in love. And love does not exist where fear does. The fear of man is a trap. I know I say many times, I'm not afraid to die. I fear living a long life. I've been saying it wrong to you. I know what I meant, but let me clarify this. I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid of man. When anything happens to me, it is of God, because I'm walking daily above reproach. When I say I fear living a long life, what I'm meaning is I fear living a long life outside of God's will. That's horrible. 3 times in my life, the hand of God was removed from me, and I felt it. I felt it. You can still sin and have the hand of God upon you. Practicing sin is different. You're pushing God's hand away. Doesn't mean you're in wickedness or evil. And I'll touch up on that one there in Bible study, the differences of that. But when the hand of God was not upon me, I became very anxious, very worried, depressed. I was exposed to the world because the bubble of the Holy Spirit, the blood of Christ, was not covering me. And I felt like even a child can come and tear me down. And the fear of man sat in. And I remember feeling those feelings, and those feelings were of fear. The fear of dying in that sinful season, not knowing what would become of me and my soul. The fear of man just having their way with me, and me being intimidated and bullied, and all these different, just not knowing the outcome. The fear of not knowing what's next. What a horrible place to be, and what a horrific way to live. This is why a lot of people struggle with anxiety and depression, because the hand of God is not upon them, because they're not walking with God. They're not walking side by side with God or following Him. They're not lost sheep. They know of God. They're just hiding from His voice. They're not lost. They're hiding. There's a difference. So he says here, the fear of man brings a snare. The fear of man is a trap. You will suffer from these worldly things, and you will end up on medicine and counseling and therapy and all that stuff that man has made for you to remain in that season. People say, "Oh, I'm a believer, I'm Christian, I suffer from anxiety." You've overcome the world, man. Well, if you're a Christian, you suffer from anxiety, then Acts 2:42, are you in the Word daily? Are you around true fellowship? Not friendship, not friends from church, fellowship. Those who will sit there and, "Hey, how you doing, Mike? I'm struggling, bro. And let me pray for you." or how not, or that's fellowship. Let me pray for you right now. Let me pray for you and your family. Friendship at church. How you doing, bro? Oh man, I'm doing this and that and blah blah blah. Yep, yeah, woo woo, this and that. Oh no way. And then what? Oh yeah, blah 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 blah, this and that. And oh yeah, they suck, huh? They're not good people. But one time I went out with them and they gossip. Where gossip is, there's no fellowship. That's friendship of the world in church. Fellowship will stop that gossip. Say, hey, stop. Let me pray for you, bro. My point is, when you walk in fear, you lost the fear of God, the reverence of God. You push the hand of God away. Therefore, the hand of God is off you, and the fear of man sets in, and it is a trap. It will trap you into this way of living of depression and anxiety, and you feel useless or you feel unloved, unwanted. And all those things are lies from the enemy. You are loved and you are wanted by God through Jesus. You say, oh, I don't want to live no more, man. I can't live like this. I'm going to kill myself. You don't want your life? Go for it then. Give it to Jesus. Give your life to God. See what happens. You see the turnaround. So he says this, the fear of man brings a snare, but whoever trusts the Lord, whoever, doesn't matter what race you are, what size, what weight you are, how smart, how stupid, whoever trusts the Lord, anyone. You don't got to be smart. You don't got to be thin, good looking, white, black. You don't have to have a degree. You can be special needs. Whoever trusts the Lord shall be safe. So if you notice, fear is a snare. Trust and the fear of man is a snare, but trusting the Lord, you are safe. You may not like the process. You may not like what's happening in life. You may not like what you're going through or growing through. But if you trust the process and trust the Lord, if you were in Acts 2:42, read Acts 2:42. If you are within those four things in your life actively, then you are trusting God and you are safe. And whatever's coming your way is of God. And either God will deliver you from it to strengthen your faith, or he's going to deliver you through it so that your faith will get stronger. You see? That's the beauty of it. So I sit here this morning and think, I'm probably jumping around, just the fear of man. I don't fear dying. I fear living a long life. Correction. I fear living a long life outside the will of God. But in the will of God, whatever comes my way, let's do it to it, baby. I can die right now. A horrific death. Throat slice, jump, shot, beat, whatever. It's of God. Let's go. Did you know some of the greatest men of God got stoned? And not like freaking with bud and whatnot. Straight out rocks to the head. They were nailed to a tree. The cross. They were burned alive. They were just like, oh Lord, guess what? I had such a blessed day. I had such a blessed life. I'm going to go home. I'm dead. Nah. So many of the greatest mighty men of God died horrific earthly deaths. Look at Jesus. The worst death of all. He endured. I know a lot of many mighty men of God back in LA. Great, awesome pastors and preachers, great brothers of mine. They all died horrific deaths. Cancer took them slowly. The devil would not let them go to the last breath and tried the best he could to get these men of God to renounce through cancer, to renounce God, to renounce Christ through cancer. And I know a handful of these men that died without painkillers. To the end, they endured like Jesus. The devil will not let you go until your last breath, because he knows as long as there's breath in your lungs, there might be a chance for him to turn you. The fear of man brings a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord shall be saved. I sit here, and as I go to this new season, trusting God, I am safe. I trust him. Oh, gosh, do I trust him? Even though a lot of shady things have happened this last season, the situation that I was in, and just, Now it's my turn. It's my turn now. And the beauty in that is all I gotta do is step back and let God do his work. Because I trust him. I trusted him back then when he said, don't do A, B, and C, even though X, Y, and Z did me dirty. God's like, now it's time, son. You sit back, remain steadfast, and let me do my job. It is I who delivers justice, not man. And I love that. I'm getting ahead of my next scripture, and I'll stop right there. It's already 10 minutes. Maybe it's for next month. But brothers and sisters, do not fear man. Those who fear man is because they're not in Acts 2:42. You're not in fellowship, true fellowship in the church. You're not in the word daily. You don't take communion. You're not in prayer. It's like a car with four wheels. You take one wheel, you're still moving, but you're dragging. You take two wheels down, now you're stinking. You're going nowhere fast. You know what I'm saying? Take three wheels off, you're just not moving at all. Take all four, you're dead. You're stuck. I encourage you to take inventory and kind of see where you're at in Acts 2:42. Out of the four things that Luke talks about, I think it's Luke in the book of Acts. What are you doing? Are you missing one? If you're missing one, then you might be fearing man, and you lost the fear of God. But if you're walking in all four, you're not fearing man. You're not fearing what man can do, because nothing happens to you or me that has not gone before the throne of God. Nothing happens to you or me that has not been given the okay by God. Remember that. Remember that. So if you trust the Lord, you trust the process. If you trust him, it's because you love him. If you trust him and love him, there's no fear. The fear of God, but not the fear of man, because the fear of man brings a snare. It's a trap. Hence, you're going to be suffering from anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, ADD, ADHD, ADDDDD. I'm sorry, forgive me. It's just, all those things of the world, all the things of the flesh, because you fear man. You fear what man can do. You fear how you look in man's eyes, and you lost the reverence of God, and you lost touch with him. I'm going too far. Forgive me. Brothers and sisters, much love to you all. Peace be with you. Sorry for stopping right there. It's just too much right now. May the joy of the Lord be your strength. And choose wisdom over the world. God bless.